Hi everyone, welcome back to Catherine's Plates, where it's always simple, easy, and delicious in my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious cowboy butter sauce. Now this is perfect for your steaks that you grill, pan fry, or even put in the oven. Then you can also put this sauce with chicken, pork chops, or even vegetables. Heck, you could even use it as a dipping sauce for bread. It's that good. Okay, and then I'm going to just take a page out of my cookbook volume 1 and show you how to make pan-fried steak that we're going to pour this sauce over. Yeah, and you know darn well that my husband is super excited about this one. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's everything that we're going to need to make our cowboy butter sauce. We're going to start with 6 tablespoons of butter, some Dijon mustard, we've got some dried thyme, a little bit of cayenne if you want to add that, some fresh parsley, salt and pepper, some garlic cloves, lemon, we've got some paprika, and then we've got some dried chives here. So the first thing we're going to do is add 6 tablespoons of melted butter to a medium bowl. We're going to add the juice of half a lemon. Now if you want it more lemony, you can add the zest of the lemon, about half of it. I'm using Dijon mustard. I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon. Now if you want your sauce thicker, you're going to add more Dijon at the end. I'm going to add a pinch of cayenne pepper. Now this is a ground cayenne. A 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. Now this is not smoked paprika, it's just a regular paprika. Got a 1/4 teaspoon of some dried thyme, 1½ tablespoons of some dried chives, or you can even put in some fresh chives, 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped parsley. Now if you don't have the fresh, you can use dried parsley, and I would put in a tablespoon. I'm going to mince 4 garlic cloves into our sauce here. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to whisk this all together. We're going to give it a taste and see if you want to adjust your seasonings. Look at that. Beautiful color sauce. Oh my gosh. It's as simple as that. Now remember, you can use this for steaks, chicken, pork chops, vegetables. It's a great dipping sauce for bread. Now if you want to make this thicker, just remember you can add some more Dijon mustard to thicken that up if you need to, but y'all, you don't need to. Okay, I'm going to take my recipe out of my first cookbook, pan-fried ribeye steak, and show you how we're going to make that so I can pour this delicious sauce over it. So I'm in my cookbook volume 1 on page 43, and it's pan-fried ribeye steak. Now when your husband brings home a steak, gotta find a way to make it work, right? So that's why that beautiful butter sauce. So ribeye steak, you want to pull out your steak, whatever steak you're using, you need to pull it out of your refrigerator 30 minutes before you cook it. It's already been sitting. Now the next step is you want to take your favorite steak seasoning, even if it's just salt and pepper, and you want to season both sides of your steak before it goes into the pan. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Now I'm using a Weber gourmet seasoning. Now we really like this on hamburgers and steak. It's got a lot of great flavors to it. It's got salt, onion, spices, garlic, chili powder, some tomato powder, red bell pepper, and some smoke and grill flavors. And there's also paprika in here. Season as much as you want. This is a pretty thick steak, so I'm gonna really go to town with that seasoning. I'm just gonna use a fork, kind of press it in.
In my defense, she sent me to Costco unsupervised.
Yes, it came back with ribeye steak. That's okay. You can use it for lots of things. Leftover ribeye steak is perfect for eggs in the morning. Slice it up, heat it through with your eggs. All right, so I flipped it over and I'm just going to season the other side and just kind of press it in. Now I've got my heat on to a 300, which is a medium, probably a medium heat right now. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil and start heating this up. We want this nice and hot before we put the steak in so we can get a good sear on it. Okay, so this is the recipe right here. That's what we're going to be doing. I think the last time we made a ribeye steak was on Valentine's Day. Doesn't happen very often, but it's happening right now.
About once every 6 months if I have my way with it.
So just check your heat of your oil. Now this wasn't the only ribeye in the package, which is good because I like my steak well done. Okay, don't throw your shoes at me. Well done, no pink. And my husband likes his...
Well, I like mine mooing, but I'll take medium rare.
You can brown it on one side, brown it on the other side, and he's good, but he'll take it medium rare, which is what we're going to show you today.
We'll try to show you. That's pretty thick steak. It might be a little more than medium rare. It might be rare. I think it's good. It's starting to smoke.
All right, we've got some smoke coming off of our pan here, so we know it's nice and hot. I'm just going to take a fork, kind of grab the steak, lay it in. Oh, y'all hear that? I'm going to bring the butter over here. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of butter on one side. Just let it melt, do its thing. Y'all see that? There it is. And we'll put another pat of butter over here. We're going to let it do its thing for about 4 to 5 minutes. Then we're going to check the level of the doneness on the bottom of it. And go from there. It smells delicious already. Now we're going to be adding some garlic cloves to this after we do the turn of the steak. I'm just going to crush the garlic. So I'm just going to put a knife over it and just kind of flatten it out. Give it a cut. So it's going to be a rough chop of garlic there. And if it's little, that's fine. That garlic will go really good with that butter. Plus, it'll really go good with that sauce we just made. Because it had a lot of garlic and butter in that sauce too. So we're almost mimicking those flavors. And then you want to have some rosemary. Either you can have some fresh rosemary or some dried rosemary. And today, since my husband didn't pick up any fresh rosemary when he picked up the steaks, he gets this.
Look, she sent me to get hamburger.
I did.
And so I got the hamburger like a good husband. And then I saw the steak.
Alright. Look at that. We're going to flip it. Woo-wee! Look how crusty that looks.
That's a good sear.
That is a good sear on there for sure. We're going to place 1 more tablespoon of butter on each side. We're going to add half the garlic cloves over here. Get that going. You don't want to add them too soon because then they'll burn. So there we go. Then we're going to add a little rosemary right over the butter and the garlic. There we go, on the steak. Then we'll just start taking a spoon, taking some of that butter garlic, placing it over the steak as it's melting.
Oh my God, that smells so good.
It smells good, y'all. We're cooking this for another 4 to 5 minutes. All right, so I'm just taking the rest of the butter and the garlic that's been cooking, putting it on top of the steak here.
I have a beagle that's expecting me to share.
Oh yeah, there's a beagle under there. She's under my feet.
Sorry, got garlic. You can't have that.
We're going to turn off the burner. What we're going to do is remove our steak and we're going to place it on a cutting board. Oh, look at there.
God, that looks so good.
It's really important that you rest your steak when it comes out of the pan for 10 minutes to let all those juices just gather into the steak there, and you don't lose it when you cut the steak, okay? Because then all the juices will roll out of it. I'm going to be back in 10 minutes. We're going to cut into this. We're going to give it that delicious cowboy butter sauce that I made, and then I'm going to have my husband try it. Hey, I got him in here. He's ready to slice into this ribeye steak. And he's going to try it with this cowboy butter sauce right here.
Man, that looked good enough
Yeah,
to eat.
it looks really good.
Cuts like butter.
Oh, look at the inside of that.
That's perfect. Look at that.
Ooh, yummy. For him. I like mine well done. Which we've already cooked up. All right. Look at this, you guys. Look how pink that is on the inside.
Look at that is perfect.
And look at the nice crust on the outside and all along the edges of this steak. Look
and
at
it's
that.
Juicy.
All right. Which bite is yours?
I'm going to cut a piece off of this one.
All right. I'm going to put that delicious sauce right across it. He said this piece right here.
Yummy. Oh my God. What's in there?
Oh, deliciousness.
Oh my God. That is so freaking good.
Does it taste like you're at a restaurant? Better?
Better.
Better. All right, what are you putting your cowboy butter sauce on? Any steak, chicken, pork chops, vegetables. Heck, take some bread and use it as a dipping sauce. It's so good.
That's what I want to do with what's in the pan.
Now, if you take your butter sauce and you see that it gets a little thick, you can put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds to kind of loosen it up to pour over your steak. And that's how delicious that is. All right, give me a thumbs up on this one, you guys, or actually both of these. And comment down below what you're going to put on yours. If you hear a squeaking, that's our dog, Bailey. She's a beagle. She's 8 years old. Y'all ask about her a lot, and that's who she is. All right, one day I'll have to put a picture of her in there.
We can't have this. It's got garlic.
We'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.